I hate these pilots, and by the end of this video, you will too. First off, these pilots should have never ended up as pilots. The captain failed multiple recurrent exams and was described as behind the aircraft, meaning he never thought of the consequences. But the first officer was even worse. The first officer started training, but was so terrible that he was dropped from his initial training. However, through committee action, he was then reinstated and later passed. What you thought could be the worst track record gets even crazier with the flight engineer. He joined as captain for Saudia and was later given an upgrade of planes. He then failed his course and got demoted again. 2 years later, he then decided to try the upgrade again, yet failed the check ride and got demoted yet again. Then, a year later, he got fired from Saudia. The day after, he applied as a flight engineer and convinced the airline to hire him by saying that he would pay for the training himself. But who cares if they fail training, right? What matters is their real life performance. Well, here's where it actually gets insane. You will not believe how badly these pilots messed up. On the 19th of August, 1980, Saudia Flight 163 took off from Riyadh, heading to Jeddah. Suddenly, one of the flight attendants told the pilots that they saw smoke in the back of the plane. Then, the fire warning sounded. Let me just give you some context. The average crew has about 17 minutes maximum to get a plane down before the fire consumes it. Do you want to know what the captain dared to say when the fire warning blared? Instead of immediately acting to divert, he questioned whether they should press on to Jeddah. Yes, continue the flight with only 17 minutes before possible death. As the smoke filled the cabin and every second ticked closer to disaster, this captain, who knew of the smoke from the flight attendant, told the flight engineer to test the fire detection system, wasting more time. What's even worse was that they were so incompetent that they wasted even more time because they couldn't even find the correct checklist. Then, after a desperate and panicking call from a flight attendant, they finally decided to divert after wasting valuable time going in the wrong direction and climbing 7,000 feet. Yet what you have seen is not even the worst of it. Even though they decide to divert, they never declared an emergency. After several minutes, the plane touched down successfully at Riyadh Airport. Well, guess what these pilots did? Despite the inferno in the back of the cabin and the noxious smoke that would kill all on board in a matter of minutes, he casually continued to taxi slowly and decided not to evacuate. After eventually coming to a stop, he left the engines on, meaning that no rescue crew could get to him for another 26 minutes. When the rescue crew eventually boarded, not a single soul on board was alive, which is why